Banker's algorithm contain two parts. One is resource request algorithm, another is safety algorithm. We have already discussed safety algorithm in our previous video. Here we discussing resource request algorithm. Now first describe the algorithm in details. Whenever a process requests more resource, then first we have to check request for that process less equals to need of that process. Then go to step 2, otherwise raise error. Now step 2, if request of that process less equals to available, overall available, then go to step 3, otherwise process must wait since resources are not available. If request of process less equals to available, then update available equals to available minus request of that process. Allocation of that process equals to allocation of that process plus request of that process, and need of that process equals to need of that process minus request of that process. If this satisfy, after we have to call the safety algorithm. If safe, the resources are allocated to Pi. If unsafe, Pi must wait. Considering our previous numerical example where 3 resources and total availability are there and 5 processes and corresponding max and allocations are given in the table. Allocations of resources for individual processes already allocated, and max indicate that maximum request the process can request from CPU or operating system. So we know that in our previous video, from this table we have to calculate the need matrix, because the condition is if need less equals to available, current available, then we can proceed and choose process one by one. If you want to see, you can see the previous video, link is given here. Here we concentrate only same numerical problem but resource request algorithm. So from the need matrix from our previous example, we know that how to calculate need matrix. 5 minus 2 because maximum 5 for resource 1 for process P1, 5 minus 2. Similarly, process 2, resource 1 is 8 and resource 1 allocation is 3. In this way, we calculate elaborately in the first column resource 1 only, but in the resource 2, resource 3, the calculation method is same. And you can find this same calculation in the previous video. Now from the need matrix after calculation, you have to update the current availability. Current availability means current given availability was 15, 8 and so on. Now we have to sum up all the allocation for individual resource. That means 15 minus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, that means 9, 10 and 12. 15 minus 12 current availability, that is 3, and from the same for resource 2 and for same for the resource 3. Already we explained this. And applying Banker's algorithm, we can see that the sequence of process was P5, P4, P1, P2, P3. If you can recap or want to see the video again, the link is given below. Now the question is, at this moment if P4 requests 2 more R1 and 2 more R3, Will the system still be in shape? 2 more R1 means the vector look like 2, then 0 because P4 doesn't require any resource R2. Applying the resource request algorithm, first check request 4 less equals to need 4, 202 less equals to 423. We can find this from need matrix. Yes, now we have to check request 4 less equals to Abel 202 less equals to 332. Yes, so we can further proceed to update the value of different matrix. If these conditions fail, just send the error message. That means we now move into the step 3 of the algorithm. So first we have to check this. Here we see that the conditions are fulfilled. Here request 4 indicate that the request for process 4 and need 4 indicates that the need of process 4. Similarly, avail 202 avail request 4 less equals to avail 202 less equals to 332, because our previous slide we see that after subtracting the current availability was 332. This condition also satisfied. Yes, that's why on the available equals to available minus request j, allocation j equals to allocation j plus request j, need equals to need j minus request j. So we have to update the value in the table. So available equals to 332 minus 202, that is 130, allocations 4 320 plus 202 equals to 522. Similarly, need 423 minus 202 equals to 221. All are the vectors representations. So simply minus the first item with the corresponding first item, second item with the corresponding second item, and the third item with the corresponding third item. And already we discussed meaning of alloc 4 and need 4 and so on. Now the updated need matrix look like this. Underlined, mentioned by underlined. Please follow allocation matrix for P4 changes to 522 and the need matrix for the process 4 changes to 221. Very carefully see this and now check. Need less equals to current avail. That means we have to call the banker's safety algorithm, which one we already discussed in our previous video and explained the numerical in details. Now look very carefully. Need less equals to current avail is to 130, but here we can see no availability are here. So safety algorithm returned false for all processes, that is unsafe, and P4 not granted the request. If we allow P4, then we will in the deadlock state. So this is our explanation of resource request algorithm.